We are at the final day of the Social Media Strategy Summit, and I'm with Bernie Borges, CMO at Vengreso. You're going to learn more about that in just a moment. But first and foremost, Bernie, you've been a special part of this conference, kind of behind the scenes with some of the live streams, except for the first one. We got to see you kick things off. You're the Summit MC. So talk a little bit about that experience and how it's been so far.
Sure. Well, thank you, Ryan. I've been the MC on and off now for about 3 years. In fact, we kind of alternate on that too. You're a pretty awesome MC yourself.
Oh, come on.
And so what I do is I introduce the speakers. I kick it off in the morning, close it out at the end, then in between introduce all the speakers. And one thing I enjoy doing actually is getting a fun fact from each speaker before I introduce them, and it kind of warms up the audience to that speaker.
Yeah, I love it. Maybe a little insight on how you opened things up yesterday with the Big Bang music.
So, we are here in the Big Apple in New York City, so I had a YouTube video up with Frank Sinatra's New York, New York. So I played about 30 seconds of that song and, walked in from the back and just kind of got the audience charged up and clapping and kind of high energy and ready for the day.
Yeah, it's great, and I really got to give it up to Bernie because it's because of him that we have MCs at these conferences. It's something that he ideated around years ago at Social Media Strategy Summit to bring more energy and life to these conferences, something that, not that we really need because there's a lot of enthusiasm and excitement, but I think it helps set the stage for why this is a unique conference. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think it's useful to the audience. I actually get a lot of feedback from people that, the interaction, it's kind of a good bridge from one speaker to the next and just kind of maintain some continuity and even a little bit of personality to the event.
All right, so let's finish off with the summit with kind of the longevity that you've had at Social Media Strategy Summit. So talk about your history and why you keep giving back to this conference.
Yeah, I lose track on how many years. I'm going to say between 3 and 5 years. Sometimes I don't remember what I had for dinner last night. So what I really enjoy about this conference is the word strategies is in the name, Social Media Strategy Summit, and so we come here and we hear strategies. We hear from speakers from brands and agencies, and they share their experiences on social media strategies across the spectrum of everything in social. And so everybody in the audience, myself included, learns something from it. So it's just really valuable. It's also an intimate event, 200 to 300 people. It's small enough where you can meet just about everybody, and I really enjoy that.
All right, so let's shift gears and talk about some success you're having as CMO at Vengreso. So let's talk about the company first. Tell us more about what Vengreso is.
Sure. Vengreso is a relatively new company. 6 digital leaders, myself and 5 others, came together and in June launched Vengreso. We are the digital sales transformation company. So we work with B2B companies, and essentially, Ryan, what we do is we help them sell more effectively in the digital age.
Very good. So you said it was new, but I think you guys together have quite a level of experience. You want to talk about that, years of experience, the amount of work that you guys have done over the years in this industry?
Yeah, so the brainchild behind the company is Mario Martinez Jr., so he's the founder and CEO, and then there's 5 co-founders, myself and others. What each of us bring to the table is that each of us has a brand and some history and some influence in the marketplace. So day one when we launched, we were able to lay claim to the fact that we collectively, as a new company, have trained over 85,000 professionals across more than 2,000 companies on digital selling strategies. So that's why we say we are actually the largest full-spectrum provider of digital sales transformation services, because collectively we've done more than anybody else in the marketplace.
So I love the name. It flows, but it also reminds me of a really fancy coffee, which is good for me. So I'm never going to forget this name, Vengreso. It just flows.
One S.
It's even better. Less to remember. So where can people go to learn more about Vengreso?
Well, Vengreso.com, again, 1S.
Yep.
And at GoVengreso on Twitter.
Awesome. So Bernie, I know you got to get ready to open things up in a few minutes. I'm going to let you go. But I want to, first of all, thank you for being the MC at this conference. It's been amazing, and a lot of it's thanks to you. And then also, congratulations on all your success with Vengreso for you and your team, and we're looking forward to watching you guys continue to grow.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it.
All right, take care. My man.